Let's go to Cameron, who's on the line here in our neck of the woods, Brentwood, Tennessee. Cameron, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken, how are you today?
I am living the dream, Cameron. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm just trying to determine if I need to kind of give up on my dream job. I've been applying to this particular company for over a year now for a marketing position with no avail, and my most recent attempt took over 2 months' worth of interviewing, and I still wasn't able to get my foot in the door. At this point, I'm willing to do anything, any kind of position to get into this company, but I'm just kind of wondering, is it worth me even pursuing this company any longer after almost over a year of doing this, or should I go for another option?
Yeah, that's interesting because there's part of me that goes, man, it's time to look somewhere else. You know, it's like trying to get a yes from the girl, and she keeps having to wash her hair. But then there's also staying with it, you know. So the question becomes, what are they telling you? Are you not a culture fit? It just seems odd to me that you've been pursuing this for a year, multiple times, different positions. How many different positions have you applied for?
Probably about 4 or 5 at this point.
And what are you getting? Every time you get a no, what's the answer? Any pattern?
That I seem to be a great fit for this company. It's not the right seat on the bus for me.
All right. Did they tell you what they think the right seat on the bus is?
No, they just said that they would keep me in mind and that they would love to have me join the company at some point.
Well, then I think it's certainly okay to keep trying, but I would not put all my eggs in that basket. So I'm fine. If they say you're a good culture fit, I certainly would reach back out. I think it's worth it to go, hey, listen, I talked to this guy, Ken Coleman. He does a radio show about all this stuff. And his advice was that I get feedback on what type of role, whether it's available or not, based on all these interviews. Is there any way to get any feedback? Are there some notes behind the scenes? Even if it hurts my feelings, it's okay. I'm just looking for some real clarity on the type of role that you think of. So it'd be very interesting to see what their take is. The other thing is, do you agree with them that you weren't the best fit for these roles? Or
not necessarily.
Yeah. So see, there's some disconnect there. So at this point, I try to get that feedback and make sure that you are being honest with yourself. Do you know what your sweet spot is? Do you know what you do best and what you love to do most?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. All right, then. So that's tremendous clarity. So if you feel like those roles you applied for are in your sweet spot, but they're saying you're not a good fit, I'd move on completely. And there are plenty of great companies that have a ladder to your dream job available. So I would just not stay in this rhythm, this cycle of continual rejection. I firmly believe that a lot of companies would rather just say nice things to you and not give you a lot of clarity because they have a hard time saying, we just don't want to hire you. You're a nice person, but you're not right for us. And that creates frustration for you. So it's time for you to move on. You got all your eggs in one basket, and that's never a good strategy.